Hey YouTube, let's talk a little bit about German volume training. German volume training is an old program that's been around for a long time. Done it myself in the past when I first started out lifting. I quite like it. It's a really simple, easy to follow program that's kind of idiot proof and is one hell of an ass kick. So simple program. It's 10 sets of 10 with a 1 minute break in between. So you do a set of 10, take a minute off. Do a set of 10, take a minute off. Do a set of 10. Sounds really simple, and it's not. It will basically test your muscular endurance. Now, you're not going to build a lot of strength on German volume training simply because it's a higher workload with less weight on the bar, but you will build more metabolic endurance, and you're going to get a lot more glycogen stores and get that kind of like sarcoplasmic hypertrophy that everybody talks about, puffy muscles. You're going to get the bodybuilder muscles as opposed to like the dense powerlifting muscles. German volume training is usually done with compounds specifically, but it can be done with absolutely any exercise that you want. Hell, you could do bicep curls with friggin' German volume training. But, you know, squats, bench press, hell, you could do leg press, overhead press, stuff like this is generally where you're recruiting more muscles with compounds. All right, so anything that has a multi-joint, multi-muscle involvement is going to be more effective simply because you should be just bagged as hell when you're done the entire program. Now, the reason I say it's not a completely entry level, it's more novice to novice intermediate, is because you do have to have some understanding of your 1 rep max. So when you're going to do German volume training, you pick a weight that's they say about 50% of your 1 rep max that you're going to try and perform 10 sets of 10. Now, just with every other program out there, you know, linear progression and progressive overload, you don't put more weight on the bar until you're able to perform all 10 sets of 10 successfully. That's why you're not going to put a lot of strength on, simply because let's say you're starting out at 135, right? So you do your 135 pound bench press and you do 10 sets of 10. Now you're going to go to like 140 and do 10 sets of 10. And you know, you're going to be like, oh, 5 pounds, that's not going to make a big difference, but it's going to make a hell of a big difference over the course of 10 sets of 10. And the best way to look at it is simply this. With German volume training, you're going to be moving a crap ton of weight. I mean, that 135 pounds, you're going to be doing 100 reps, right? What is that, 13,500 pounds that you're going to be moving over the course of, if you do it successfully. God, is my math right? 13,500, is that right? Oh, I'm not smart. Yeah, 13,500 pounds that you're going to be moving over the course of probably 15 minutes or less. It's a lot of weight to move in a very short period of time, right? As opposed to, say, like a powerlifting program where you're going to you might be lifting 500 pounds off the ground or benching 400 pounds, but you're going to be taking 5-10 minute breaks in between. See how that works, right? A lot more muscular endurance, not a lot of strength gains. Key things with German volume training is get under the fucking bar immediately when that 60 seconds is up and start repping out, right? And that's the big thing that people struggle with German volume training is you get really fatigued really fast. You might do your initial 4 sets of 10 and think, oh man, this is going to be easy. And then you do like a set of 7 and you're not quite recovered by the next set. And now you're like, well, I just need another 30 seconds and I can go. You got to get under the bar right away, right? So have a timer, right? Sit there with a watch or have it on your phone. And just, yeah, as soon as that thing hits like 55 seconds, get in position and go for the 60. Really simple. Generally speaking, the program is done with just one exercise. So like today is squats, and you're just gonna do 10 sets of 10 of squats, right? Really friggin' simple. You can walk away at that point, or if you're feeling, you know, like meh, not quite done, go ahead and add an accessory or two, but you don't wanna go crazy because you are gonna be doing a multi-joint, multi-muscle compound exercise, or at least, you know, that's the theory of it. You don't want to go ahead and toss a ton of accessories in, because if you can toss a ton of accessories in after your German volume training, you didn't push yourself during your German volume training, right? So yeah, 10 sets of 10 with a minute break in between. Really hammer down that minute because you're going for muscular endurance. You're looking to increase the glycogen stores as your muscle. You are looking to do water retention for future sets. It's not about strength training. Right? You want strength training, go for something better like Beyond 531, which is hands down one of my favorite strength training programs of all time. Awesome gains can be made on that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about German volume training. Really simple, easy to follow. You know, you would do like Monday squats, Tuesday bench, Thursday, I don't know, leg press, deadlifts, Thursday, you know, overhead press, depending on how many days a week you want to do it. You will find that you struggle to do 2 exercises in one day. Like if you were to do, say, back squat and bench German volume training in the same day, you'll be so fucking tired and so fatigued by the time you're done squats that bench is gonna suffer, right? You're gonna have a harder time doing bench. That's why they say do one muscle group a day. And given that it takes 48 hours to 72 hours to recover enough to be able to go ahead and hit a muscle again, if you're doing back squats on Monday, and say you want to do front squats on again, do it on Wednesday, right? Because you're going to be doing lower body. Well, actually, no, the back squats use your back too, but mainly it's your lower trunk that we're concerned with squats. And then you give yourself 48 hours off, so you can go ahead and smash bench the next day. If you're time constrained and you can only do 3 days a week, well, maybe German volume training is not for you, or maybe you're just going to have to go ahead and adapt it a little bit. It's up to you. If you don't know how to adapt it, there's a lot of resources available online. I mean, you can always ask me in the comments down below. I'll see what I can do to help you out. I have done it before. I have left pools of sweat underneath myself when I do back squats, German volume training, because you're going and you got nothing left. And understand that you will probably fail very quickly when you first start doing this program, and that's a good thing, right? You might do that first 5 sets at 10 and think you're a god, and by your last set you're doing 2 reps because you just have nothing left for endurance, but you'll build it pretty fast. Great novice to novice intermediate bodybuilding program. Do it with compounds. I guarantee you will make progress. I guarantee you that you will cut calories, or you'll burn calories. You'll increase your muscular mass. If you're bulking, you might even just increase muscle mass simply based off of, glycogen storage, and gain a little bit of weight, even if you're cutting from that endurance. Because biologically, when you start doing endurance workouts, your body will store glycogen required to be able to do it the next time, because your body learns and body adapts. So even if you're cutting on German volume training, if you start with German volume training when you're not just at bulking or at maintenance, you might find you actually gain a couple pounds just because your body's trying to store more glycogen for the next workout. That's it, guys. I really do like this program because it's just so goddamn simple. 10 sets of 10 with a 1-minute break, and if you do it right, you're gonna be hosed at the end. You're just gonna be done. Maybe you can do a couple of accessories, maybe you can't. Yeah, that's it. Questions and comments down below, guys. It's been around forever. It's a staple of bodybuilding. It's because it's such a high volume compared to, say, something like a 5x5, you will have less weight on the bar, so you're going to have to mentally prepare yourself that you're going to be lifting lighter weights than probably a lot of people at the gym initially. And then slowly over time, as you adapt, you'll get stronger, there'll be more weight on the bar, but you're going to be swole as fuck at the end of this. Questions, comments down below, guys, and as always, eat like a bodybuilder and train like a powerlifter.